You grew up clipping coupons, splitting rent 3 ways, and calling a treat yourself day a $5 coffee. Then one ordinary Tuesday, you meet someone at a coffee shop who changes the entire trajectory of your life. Today, we're breaking down exactly what happens to your life, your mind, and your relationships after you marry into a billionaire family. Level 1, the meeting. It starts small. A conversation that goes on a little too long. A number exchanged. You don't know it yet, but the person sitting across from you owns more real estate than your entire hometown combined. You go on a few dates. Nothing about them screams billionaire. No flashy watches, no name dropping. That's usually the first sign real money is in the room. It doesn't need to announce itself. Level 2, meeting the family. Eventually, you're invited to dinner. Not a restaurant, an actual family estate with a name, a security gate, and staff who somehow already know your coffee order. This is where the psychological shift begins. You start noticing things you never had to think about before: which fork to use, how to address household staff, how to sit in a room without feeling like you don't belong in it. Billionaire families rarely say it out loud, but you're being quietly evaluated the entire time. Level 3, the engagement. The proposal happens, and suddenly your life becomes public property. Prenup lawyers get involved before your own parents even fully process the news. You'll likely sign a legal document longer than your college thesis, outlining exactly what happens to the money, the property, and the business if things ever go wrong. It's not romantic, but in this world, it's standard. Level 4, the wedding. Your wedding is no longer just yours. It becomes a business event, a networking opportunity, and sometimes a small media story. Guest lists get filtered through PR teams. Security sweeps the venue. And somewhere in the middle of all that, you're just trying to remember your vows. Level 5, living the lifestyle. Now you're in it. Multiple homes, private staff, a calendar managed by someone else. But here's what most people don't expect. The freedom isn't unlimited, it's structured. Family offices manage the money. Trust control access. You may have more resources than you ever imagined, and less independent control over them than you'd think. Level 6, the family politics. This is where things get complicated. Billionaire families often run like small corporations, with hierarchy, expectations, and unspoken rules about loyalty. In-laws are sometimes seen less as family and more as a variable that needs to be managed. You may be loved. You may also be watched. Level 7, the identity shift. Somewhere in year 2 or 3, a quieter transformation happens. Old friends stop reaching out, some out of awkwardness, some out of resentment. You start moving through a world where trust is a currency more valuable than money itself, because you're never fully sure who wants to know you and who wants access through you. Level 8, the long game. Years pass. If it works, truly works, you become a genuine part of the family story, not just an addition to it. Your kids grow up between two worlds, the one you came from and the one you married into. And whether that becomes a blessing or a burden depends entirely on how grounded you manage to stay through all of it. Marrying into extreme wealth isn't a fairy tale ending. It's a whole new set of rules, relationships, and responsibilities. If you found this breakdown interesting, subscribe for more deep dives into what life really looks like at every level of power, wealth, and status.